Welcome to the Chop Seat, where Braves country meets the big leagues. Your host Vic is here to break down everything from truest part to the top of the standings across the league. From walk-offs to wild trades, this is your seat for everything baseball, but a heavy dose of chop. So grab your glove and settle in, because the Chop Seat is open.
Welcome to the Chop Seat, your favorite place for Braves, baseball, and the rest of the league. I'm your host, Vic, and today is Tuesday, March 17th. Last time we spoke, we were getting ready for the quarterfinal rounds of the World Baseball Classic. We're already down to the final game, the championship game. That is going to be tonight. We're going to look at those games that went down between now and then, if that even makes sense. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but we're going to look at those games that went down, the quarterfinal games, the semifinal games, and we're going to look at a preview of the upcoming matchup tonight. And I'll just say it now, it's going to be USA versus Venezuela. That's going to be for the championship of the 2026 World Baseball Classic. We had a controversial end to one of the games, the semifinal game. We're going to look at and talk about that briefly as well. We don't have too much going on when it comes to the Atlanta Braves. They're just playing their spring training games. Again, guys are just trying to stay healthy. I was watching the game earlier. Ronald was pitching against the Boston Red Sox. He seemed to do pretty good. I mean, he didn't look bad at all. So that's a good sign that obviously after him being injured for most of last season. So again, spring training baseball is going on. Opening day is going to be for the Braves, going to be next Friday, is it? Yeah, it was supposed to be Thursday, but then they ended up switching the games to Friday. So that's going to be against the Kansas City Royals at home, the first weekend series, opening day series. Again, that is going to be Friday. So we are about 10 days away from MLB and the Braves opening day. So that's obviously exciting. That's something we've been waiting for. And again, hopefully we can just get there healthy as we are right now, and everyone gets in there. Everyone gets back to their teams in one piece after the World Baseball Classic. Obviously, Ronald Acuña Jr. is representing Venezuela, so and he's been raking, man. He's been raking. So, and remember, last time the 2023 season, he played in the World Baseball Classic, and then he got the MVP award in 2023. So, is he gonna repeat that this season? We'll see. But he's looking great, man. He's looking great. He's having some fun. So we'll see if he's able to get the title for his team, his country tonight against USA. So again, like I said, we have no Braves news as of right now. So we're just gonna go to our usually is our second segment of this show of the Chop Seat. We're gonna skip time hot takes for today. We're gonna go into this segment.
It's time for the MLB.
It's time for the MLB, where we take a look at the action from around the league. And the action we're going to look at is the World Baseball Classic. Again, last time that we spoke, we were getting into the quarterfinal round. We had two games on Friday night, March 13th. It was Korea against the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic ended up taking that game in 7 innings by a 10-0 score. Mercy ruled Korea to advance to the semifinal round, and they were going to be facing the winner from this game. It was USA against Canada. USA ends up taking that one 5-3. And then Saturday, March 14th, it was Puerto Rico against Italy. Italy ends up winning that one, staying undefeated. They won that one 8-6. And then Venezuela against Japan. Venezuela comes back and wins this ballgame. They were down 5-2, top of the fifth. They're able to plate 2. That makes it 5-4. And then on the top of the sixth, they take the lead. They scored 3 there, 7-5. And then they score another one in the top of the eighth, 8-5 victory. They take down the defending champions, Japan, Samurai Japan, excuse me, and Shohei Ohtani were defeated and eliminated from the tournament. So that brings us to Sunday, March 15th. An instant classic instant classic ball game. It was Paul Skeens on the mound for USA versus Luis Severino. And I'm going to be honest from the get-go, I didn't really trust Severino. I thought he was going to get rocked in this ball game, looking at that USA offense. But Severino did his thing, man. Severino only allowed 1 run in 3 and a third, 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, man. He was dealing, bro. He was dealing until that point, but he got greeted by a home run from Gunnar Henderson. And then after that, before that, on the Dominican side, Paul Skeens was taken deep by Junior Caminero in the bottom of the second. That opened up the scoring for the Dominican Republic. That gave them an early 1-0 lead. Unfortunately, that was all that they could get in this ball game. Like I said, top of the fourth, Severino gives up a homer to Gunnar Henderson. Gregory Soto comes in relief, lefty-lefty matchup to face Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony takes him yard as well. Back-to-back homers. That gives the USA a 2-1 lead. And that was the final score, guys. It was an instant classic if you watch the game. Very good defensive plays. Aaron Judge throws out Tatis at third. Heads up play there by Judge. Julio Rodriguez robs. Well, it wasn't really a homer. I don't think it was going to go over the wall, but he robs Aaron Judge of a near homer. It could have been a double, maybe a triple if it gets away and bounces the way that ball would have bounced. With Julio Rodriguez attempting to catch that mid-air. But listen, a lot of great defensive plays. Bobby Witt Jr. had a great defensive play. It was great baseball all around, except for the Dominican Republic not being able to capitalize on runners on base, especially runners in scoring position. And they left a lot of runners in scoring position. They were 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position, 8 total left on base. That ends up killing them in this ball game. I personally still think this was the best ball club all around. It's just one game. Obviously, we know anyone can win one game. That's the way the tournament is set up. But I do firmly believe that this Dominican Republic team was the best team out of all teams. And I think Venezuela will be a number 2 for me, and then USA at number 3. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm just big from the chops here. I mean, not any important figure here. So that's just my opinion. Don't come at me. That's just my opinion. This team it was just crazy. The offense was crazy. It was sad to see that they had so many opportunities to score. And I think they left their game plan a little bit. They left their game plan behind a little bit because you could see that they started chasing heavy. They were chasing bad, man. Bottom of the 6th, 7th, and 8th. They were chasing really bad. But then the drama came in the bottom of the 9th. And this is exactly what went down in the bottom of the 9th. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Because I'm pretty sure you guys saw this. But bottom of the 9th, Mason Miller comes in and he replaces Garrett Whitlock. And again, credit to USA's pitching because they got these guys off of their game plan and they had them chasing and they recognized that. Once they saw they were chasing, man, they were throwing these off-speed pitches and everything. They had them going for them. So credit to them. Credit to Garrett Whitlock. Credit to David Bednar. They did a tremendous job off the bullpen, out of the bullpen. But yeah, bottom of the 9th, Junior Caminero, he ends up good at bat. I mean, you can see he was overmatched, a little bit overpowered, but he was trying to challenge Mason Miller. And, they were going at it. But Mason Miller gets the best of him, striking him out, swinging. Then comes up Julio Rodriguez. He ends up walking. It was a 5-pitch walk. Julio Rodriguez gets the first. There's a little bit of a mound visit. O'Neal Cruz comes in to pinch hit for Austin Wells. There's a wild pitch by Mason Miller. Gets away. It was like it bounced into Will Smith's glove, and then it got away from him. That allows Julio Rodriguez to go to second. So you got a runner on second with 1 out. O'Neal Cruz, he grounds out to shortstop Bobby Witt. Julio Rodriguez advances to third on that one. So you got a runner on third with 2 outs. And then here comes Geraldo Perdomo trying to stay alive here for the Dominican Republic. First pitch is a 100 mile per hour fastball. It was a little bit high, a little bit away. That's ball one. The second one called a strike. It was up in the zone, but they called that one a strike. Third one called a strike. It was down the pipe pretty much. Fourth pitch of the at bat. It was a four-seam fastball, 101.6 miles here on the radar. It makes it a 2-2 count. Next pitch, it was a ball, a slider. Was nowhere near. That makes it a full count. Next two pitches, fastballs, high fastballs. The first one was high fastball. The second one, right down the pipe. He's able to foul that off. And then the final pitch of the at-bat, it's a very, very low slider, 89 miles per hour. Slider down, very down. The box on the game day box, way low. Even the buffer zone around the strike zone there on the game day, that buffer zone is missed as well. Doesn't even clip it. But the umpire, Corey Blazer, calls him out on strike three. Game over. USA is bailed out. That's exactly what happened. USA was bailed out on this one. Yes, Dominican Republic left too many runners on base, as I just mentioned earlier. 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. 8 runners left on base. I get it. They didn't capitalize during those moments when they did have chances, but there was still supposed to be a small glimmer of hope. He should have been on first base. It should have been first and third with Fernando Tatis coming up to the plate. You can't get away from that part. We can't forget that, yes, again, they messed up previous at-bats, but the game was supposed to continue going because that was not a strike. That wasn't a strike. If you put the ABS system in place and somebody throws that very exact pitch, now if you tell me that with the ABS system, because I've been seeing people saying that the strike zone is different with the ABS. Now, if you show me that same exact pitch with the same release angle and everything, same spin and everything, and that ball clips the strike zone, I'll feel better about it. But I don't think that's going to happen because it wasn't a strike. I don't think it was a strike. And I doubt the ABS system is going to show that that was a strike. So, again, Mason Miller and the USA gets bailed out. I believe that once the World Baseball Classic saw that Japan was out, they needed one of the two teams in there, at least in the finals. Japan was out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They got to make it happen. They got to make it happen. So that's exactly what happens. USA advances. Great game. Instant classic. I'm not gonna take away from that. Both teams were great on the pitching. Pitching was great on both sides. I thought it was gonna be a high scoring affair at some point, but it wasn't. It was 2-1 final score. DR had chances to score. They didn't capitalize on it. A few base running mistakes. Can't get away from that as well. A few base running mistakes. But again, the game cannot finish like that. When you got yourself an instant classic game like that, you can't end it with a bogus call like that. You just can't. That whole thing just went down the drain because that was a great game all around from both sides. Great game all around. But anyways, that is how the game went down. USA advances to the final championship game, awaiting a winner from yesterday's matchup, which was Venezuela against Italy. Excuse me. I still got that residual call from RSV, as you can hear. But again, that was yesterday's game. Venezuela against Italy. Italy at home. They scored 2 in the bottom of the second. They were showing very good patience at the plate, man. They were showing very good patience at the plate throughout this whole tournament. Very impressive to see from them. Top of the fourth, though, Eugenio Suarez, he bangs a homer out to left field. That makes it 2-1. That cuts the lead in half. And then top of the seventh, Venezuela was able to score 3 runs with help from our friend Ronald Acuña Jr. He ends up legging out a infield single there in the top of the seventh. That ends up tying the ball game. And then Michael Garcia singles on a line drive to left field That brings in Jackson Churio. That gives them the lead 3-2. And then Luis Arias, this guy's a machine at the plate. And the way he scans there, bro, when he comes up to the plate, he's just like, not even, he doesn't move his head. My bad. He's like, it's like a whole scan, bro. He's a beast. He singles one out to center field. That makes it 4-2 Venezuela. Bullpen holds it down for Venezuela. Palencia comes in at the end. He gets the save. That is the ball game. I don't think there were any bad calls from the umps in this one. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see I saw until the bottom of the seventh inning, I think it was. And then I had to go to sleep, bro, because I'm not staying up for this one. I wasn't staying up for this one. Maybe tonight I'll stay up for it. But I don't think there were any bad calls in this one. We would have heard about it. If it was a bad call, we would have heard of it. We didn't hear of anything. So, again, Venezuela ends up taking this one 4-2. And now they are able to face USA tonight. The preview on this ball game is as follows. Oswaldo Rodriguez, he's going to be taking the mound for Team Venezuela. He's going up against Nolan McLean, New York Mets starter. That is going to be the pitching matchup for tonight. The lineup is as follows for Venezuela: Ronald Acuña Jr., Michael Garcia, Luis Arias, Eugenio Suarez, Gleyber Torres, Tovar, William Abreu, Salvador Perez, and Jackson Churio. And for USA, it's going to be Bobby Witt Jr., Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge, Kyle Schwarber, Alex Bregman, Roman Anthony, Will Smith, Bryce Harang, and Byron Buxton. That is the starting lineup for both teams, respectively. Hopefully, this is what I say. Venezuela is going to have to come up. They got to start. They're going to have to. They need a comfortable lead. If it goes down to a close game, as we saw against the Dominican Republic and USA, the calls are going to, trust me, the calls are going to favor USA. It's going to be some bogus umpiring again. You got to call it what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to call it what it is. That's Jack's barking down there. If you haven't seen him before, that's Jax. That's my dog. He's a crazy little guy down there. Toy poodle. But anyways, I don't know who he's barking at. But if it comes down to being a close game, the calls are going to favor Team USA. We got to be honest. World Baseball Classic, and there has to be something funny going on. We kind of have an idea. But I'm pretty sure they want USA to catch up to Japan when it comes to, obviously, World Championship titles. I mean, this is your sport, after all. You've only won one out of the 5 tournaments. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing when you think about it. You've been beaten at your own game. Been beaten 3 times by Japan. Dominican Republic has 1. You have the same amount of titles as Dominican Republic. So, I mean, to say that you only got 1 out of 5 championships when it's at your own game, it's a little funny there, guys. It's a little funny there. You got to be honest. There's no other way around it. You're probably going to get your second one now because Japan's out, Dominican Republic's out. It is what it is. And you got bailed out in that game against Dominican Republic. So you got to take care of business now. You got an easy. Well, we're not going to say easy. We're not going to say easy because Venezuela, like I said, I think they're the second best team in this tournament. They're the second best. They've been fighting from behind various ball games. Even the game they had against Dominican Republic, that game goes another inning. I think they would have took that game because they made it close there at the end of the game. I think it was top of the 9th, right? They end up scoring a few. They make it 8-6. And I think they had bases loaded or runners on first and third. And it got close, man. These guys keep fighting. They keep fighting until the end of the ball game. So, you know, hopefully the best team wins. Hopefully the best team wins. And hopefully it's without the umpires making a bogus call. You don't want if it comes down to the umpiring, they're gonna go the USA's way. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So, anyways, we'll see exactly what happens tonight. I'm excited for it because once this is over with, Like I said, we're 10 days away from Braves opening day. So once this is over, a little break, go back to spring training. All those guys get some more reps in. For the Braves, at least, March 27th is opening day. I think there's a few teams opening up to 26, right? You guys let me know. Correct me on that one, So yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know, what do you guys think about the whole World Baseball Classic? I think overall the tournament has been great. It's going to keep growing the game, which is what the point of the tournament was when they first created, since its inception. That's the point of the tournament, to grow the game globally. And they've done just that. I really think they've done just that, and show the different ways, different styles of play, but also different cultures, the different, you could say different vibes, the way people enjoy playing the game of baseball. You know what I'm saying? You can see Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, those countries, Latin American countries, the way, even Mexico, you could throw Mexico in there, the way that they celebrate when, something goes right, something goes their way. They show they show more excitement. It is what it is. You got the countries in Asia, especially Japan, Korea, their style of play, their fans, the way that they have songs for every individual player, the way they cheer for their players. It's all different. It's a different look. Just because it's not something you're used to, you don't got to knock it, bro. Just appreciate it. Enjoy it. Dive into it. Enjoy it. If somebody wants to celebrate crazy after hitting a single, that's the way they do it. Let them be, bro. If you want to just clap your hands and, get smacked on your butt for hitting a single or for hitting a homer, that's on you, man. You want to just high five and just keep it moving, that's the way you do it. Hey, that's fine. But when other teams show excitement, you have the same opportunity to do so. So now when you see other teams, getting all crazy over hitting a single, a double, a triple, a homer, striking your batter out, and you can't get mad because you have that same opportunity to do it. If you don't want to do it, that's on you. That's your style. We're not knocking it. But don't come and knock our style just because you're not used to it. That's all I got to say on that. What else I got to say? I got one more thing to say. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see here. Hold on. No. That's all. I think that's all I got, guys. I think that's all I got. Also, the comments. Dude. Y'all gotta chill with the comments, man. The hate and the racism in the comments is wicked. Wicked. And it comes down to that thing that I was talking about again, the celebrating and, people blasting music, the fans celebrating. Again, just because you're not used to that, just because it's not your style, don't knock it, bro. Don't knock it. Learn to appreciate it. You got to be cultured, bro. If you grew up in one road, a town or whatever, a little countryside, listen, you got to be cultured, bro. You got to get out of there. Stop with the racism. Stop with the hate. Please. It's not a good look. Also, you guys are the same guys that when any foreign player, any minority player does something good for your team, you guys are the first ones all on top of them, all over them. You can't have it both ways, guys. Respect the cultures, respect the style of play, respect the fun that guys are having out there. This tournament has been great. Again, you can see how much fun they've been having, coming together, representing where they come from, wherever the heck it is. It could be Australia, it could be freaking Czech Republic, Nicaragua, Panama. All those. Listen, it's been fun, man. This one has been fun. I can't wait for the next one. I really can't wait for the next one. I'm gonna hit up that next one. Hopefully, I can. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Obviously, I got to plan ahead because this one snuck up on me. I completely forgot about this one. When I was looking at the prices, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it looks like a good time. And I say it every year. Every time I say it, I'm like, dude, I got to hit one of those up. And I completely forget. When I look, it's too late. The next one, we're going to make sure we hit that one up. Anyways, that is all I have. And of course, if you want to go catch that classic ball game, instant classic we're going to have tonight, if you want to go catch the finals of the World Baseball Classic, Team USA against Team Venezuela, use code CHOPSY20 and you're going to get $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. Si quiere ir a ese juego, el juego final del campeonato para el World Baseball Classic, coja para SeatGeek y use ese código que va abajo, CHOPSY20, y se van a ahorrar $20 en su primera compra en SeatGeek. We're bilingual here on the Chopsy. Again, use code CHOPSY20 tonight on the World Baseball Classic final, and you're going to save $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. That is all I have, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. It was a quicker episode here on the Chopsy. I'm already out of breath. I'm crazy right now, bro. There we go. That deep breath. It feels a little better after taking that deep breath. Thank you guys for tuning into Chopsy. After this, we're going to be straight MLB talk now after tonight. So, enjoy tonight. Enjoy tonight's game. Then we're going to go focus back to mostly, obviously, the Atlanta Braves. That's what we're here for. Make sure to keep an eye on Ronald Acuña Jr. tonight. Let's see how he does. See if he can bring a championship to his home country, Venezuela. We'll see if Aaron Judge keeps it here in the USA. Obviously, Japan won the last one, but they're playing in USA. So let's see if they keep that trophy here in USA. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time on the Chop Seat.